So here in Luke, we read about these two disciples who during their sorrow encountered the resurrected Jesus. Though they did not recognize him, they encountered him. This moment echoes the experience of the brokenhearted described by David in Psalm 34. Again, Jesus approaches them, asks them about their sadness. He draws close to them in their moment of need. He's eager to understand their pain. And this question that I've already highlighted, it elicited deep discussion during which Jesus explained all of the scriptures. And as they sit down to eat, Jesus breaks bread and blesses it. And it's at this moment they finally recognize him as the Christ. This realization fills them with awe and wonder, leading them to reflect on how their hearts felt warmed. There was a certain comfort, a certain burning within them as they were going with Jesus, not knowing it was Jesus, not even knowing who he was yet, not only recognizing that he was the risen Christ, that somehow their hearts were comforted just by Jesus walking and talking and reasoning with them. This story beautifully illustrates how the presence of Jesus brings comfort and renewed hope to those who are emotionally and spiritually downtrodden. Just as Jesus was there for his disciples on the road to Emmaus, he is present for us today, offering the same comfort and the same assurance to the brokenhearted. But may I offer you a thought on how he is present with us. I know that God can be tangibly present through this kind of almost a tangible presence of the Holy Spirit, kind of this subjective feeling, or we feel God's presence, or we feel the glory, or we see the glory of God coming down. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not making light of that. But here's what I know. As someone who has walked through grief and pain, and actually that's all of us, by the way, whether you realize it or not, we've all walked through grief and pain. As somebody who knows that, you know how I have felt the comfort and nearness of Jesus. It has been in times that I did not recognize it as Jesus because it didn't look like Jesus, it looked like you. It looked like people sitting on the back porch with me, allowing me to cry, allowing me to rage, allowing me to even cuss at times, I'm sorry. But that sat with me and held space for me, that sat around campfires, that kept coming back to me, that kept holding me gently to the things that they knew were true, to the things that they knew in my heart of hearts I believed. And at that time, I wouldn't have said that Jesus came and sat in my backyard with me and broke bread with me. But now I recognize that Jesus was there. My eyes have been opened to see that you know what? I experienced Jesus in a tangible way through some people in this room who sat with me around those fire pits, who sat with me in those moments, who heard my stories of horror, who were able to hold them, and who did not leave my side and were not scared by my questions. So you get the next step, right? We need to be near those who are brokenhearted. We need to come around them. We need to listen to them. We need to be there for them. Are we Jesus? No. But do we reflect Jesus? Yes. Is community important when it comes to healing? Absolutely it is.